Yeah, good evening children. Welcome to Akshara online classes. This is Ghaffar sir, your physics faculty. Let's start our session. Give me clarity. Avinash, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good
Yeah,
evening, sir.
very good evening. Today we'll start a new chapter, friction. Okay now. So till now we have seen that what? Still now we have seen that force. Till now we have seen that force. Today I'll explain. Today I will start new chapter, friction, isn't it? Let's start the friction phenomena, friction chapter. So better write down the friction. Friction. Our new chapter is what? Friction. Start the friction. Yeah, I shall start the friction. So what is mean by friction? Friction. Friction is a friction also. It is a force. Write down. So what is the first point? It is a force. Friction is a force. It will opposes. It will opposes the relative motion of the bodies, relative motion of the surface, relative motion of the surface. So friction is a force, it opposes the relative motion of the surface. What is this relative motion here? For example, let me take this as a surface and this is an object. This object is on the rough surface. When the object is on the rough surface, if the object is at rest position, you cannot observe any friction. Understand? If the object is if it is at rest position, you cannot observe any friction force. If the object is in motion, you'll observe the friction. So that is the meaning of this relative motion concept. Okay? When the object having relative motion, then only friction existed between the bodies, between the surfaces. Here, so why we having the friction? Why we are having the friction? The friction depend upon what factors? Let us see now. So generally, friction happen due to the irregularities of the surfaces. What is the irregularities? For example, this is a surface. This is a surface. If you place any object on the surface, it's okay, but it appears like a smooth. But if you observe this surface with the microscope? With microscope, it appears like irregularities. This is the way the surface is observed some irregularities. Understand? When it is appears like irregularities, when you are observing through microscope, even all surfaces appears very smooth, but it doesn't mean it is a smooth surface. If you see that smooth surface with the microscope, it appears irregularities. That irregularities are interlocking with another surface interlocking, so that we have the friction between the surfaces. This irregularities and this irregularities, other surface irregularities interlocking each other. When they interlocking each other, friction exists between the surfaces. Understand? So that is the way, due to the irregularities, we are having the friction. But this friction depends upon, look at here, I'll give one point to you. Look at here. This is a rough surface. This is a rough surface. On the rough surface, we have 1 kg mass, and on the other surface, again I am placing 10 kg mass on the rough surface. So same surface, one time I am placing 1 kg, on same surface I am placing one more time 10 kg. Among the two, where you observe difficulty to slide the object, 10 kg. Why 10 kg? It is a difficulty because when in 10 kg, if you see the free body diagram, what are the forces acting on the free body diagram here? What are the forces are acting here on the 10 kg?
Normal force.
Normal force Here
Gravitational force.
gravitational force will act. In this direction we are applying a force. But you are facing some difficulty because when weight is acting more, the normal reaction also increases. When normal reaction is provided by the whom surface. So that you feel that more difficulty to move this 10 kg because we have more normal reaction. Which means that if more normal reaction creating the object move very harder. Why it become very harder? Because when normal reaction increases, here friction acting on the object also increases. When normal reaction increases, friction acting on the object also increases, which means that friction force is directly proportional to normal reaction. Understand? Friction is directly proportional to what? Friction is directly proportional to what? Friction is directly proportional to normal reaction. If we remove this proportionality, we should keep a constant, so that constant is equal to, friction is equal to mu into n. Here, this n is called, normal, and this mu is called coefficient of friction. Coefficient of friction. Better write down. Mu is called what? Coefficient of friction. N is called normal. So here, this coefficient of friction, mu is depends on nature of the surface. Understand? So this formula is your general formula for friction. Understand? This formula is what? General formula of friction. Here small f is representing that friction force. Understand? Small f stands for friction force. So n stands for normal reaction, mu stands for coefficient of friction. This is the general formula of friction. Here this coefficient of friction depends upon what? Depends upon what? Nature of the surface. So finally, what is the conclusion this equation is giving? What information this equation is giving? This friction force depends upon the normal reaction, and this friction force depends upon the coefficient of friction. But the coefficient of friction depends upon what factors? Nature of the surface, which means that indirectly the friction force depends upon what? Nature of the surface. So here nature of the surface means it is telling about smooth or rough. For suppose the surface is very smooth, you'll get friction force acting on the bodies. If it is on the very smooth, no, you cannot get any friction force. If it is very rough surface, when it is very rough surface, you will feel more friction for the rough surface. So this roughness, the smoothness is represented by this mu. Got it? So this is a general formula for friction, and this is all about the friction. So finally conclusion is what? Friction depends upon what and what? Friction depends upon normal reaction. Friction depends upon what?
The surface.
Surface. Now tell me, is the friction depends upon area of contact? Is the friction depends? Yes. Okay. For example, a person, he is on the. Let me take a person. A person is sat on the. A person is sat on the where. A person is sat on the, you can take in the floor, for suppose. A person is sat on the floor. When person is sat on the floor, or else this is a mass. This is a mass. This mass is on the surface. Okay? This mass is on the surface. Now the same mass is on the same mass is on the chair. Where you feel that more difficulty? No, I am pulling this chair. Here also I am pulling this. Huh?
In the floor.
On the floor. So look at here. In the two cases, you feel the same thing. Because see here, in this case, the area of the contact is this color with surface. In this case, the area of the contact is only the legs of the chair. Am I right? But among the two cases, you'll have the same friction. Even in this case, you have the same friction. But the area of contact is in this case is more. But here in this case, area of the contact with ground is in this case is very less. Since you will observe with these two things, you can observe that the friction does not depends upon the area. So finally, on what factor the friction depends?
Nature of the surface.
Very good. And normal reaction, normal force. On these two factors it depends. On what factor it does not depend?
Area of the surface.
Area of the contact, not surface. Area of the contact, the friction does not depend. What is friction here? Friction is a force which opposes what? Relative motion of the surfaces. Friction is a force, it opposes relative motion of the surfaces. What is the general formula for friction? The general formula for friction is what? What is the general formula for friction? General formula for friction is what? F is equal to mu into n. Better note down. By seeing this formula, we can come to know friction depends upon normal reaction. Friction depends upon nature of the surface. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now types of friction, or else how to increase the friction, how to reduce the friction. So first let's take first how to increase the friction, how to reduce the friction. First, how to increase the friction. Tell me how to increase the friction. In general, have you seen on the rails? On the rails they pour sand. Okay, in the winter season, in the rainy season, they'll pour sand on the rails of the rails. Have you seen rails? Where is the rails will be? The rails is nothing but train tracks. Train tracks we can take as the rails. On the rails they will pour some what? They will pour some sand. Am I right? Why they will keep the sand on the rails? Why? To increase the friction between the wheels of the train and the rails. To increase that friction, they will pour some what? They will pour some what? Sand. Even our hands having some grooves. Am I right? That is called fingerprints. So if the fingerprints not present, what happened? Can you hold that? Can you hold anything, any object? If the fingerprints not there, you cannot hold if the fingerprints not there for the hands, because the fingerprints are providing some friction for the object and our hands, isn't it? Even the vehicles having some grooves. Okay, the vehicle tires having some grooves. Why the vehicle tires having grooves? Tell me, why the vehicles having grooves? The vehicles having grooves because to increase the friction. Grooves, tires having grooves kada. Yeah, why they will keep the grooves here? To increase the friction between the road and the tires, they will keep the grooves for the vehicle tires. Not only that, daily life you are wearing the slippers footwear. The footwear also having grooves. Why they will keep that grooves for the footwears? To increase the friction. Okay, so if the footwear not having that grooves, what will happen? Will slip on the floors, isn't it? So to avoid that, the slippers having the grooves. Got it? So this is the way we'll use some situations to increase the friction. Next, how to reduce the friction? How to reduce the friction? How to reduce the friction means, generally friction, how do you get the friction? Why you get the friction? You get the friction because of interlockings between the surfaces, irregularities between the surfaces, you will get the friction. So if you remove that interlockings, if you remove that irregularities, this become smoother, the surface become smoother. But how you can remove that irregularities? How you can remove the irregularities on the surface? You can remove the irregularities on the surface by using sandpaper. Understand? By using sandpaper, if you rub the surfaces with sandpaper, the floors or the surfaces become very smoother. So by using sandpaper we can remove irregularities. Not only that, by using lubricants we can make the surfaces very smoother, because when you pour the lubricants on the surfaces, the lubricants will fill with the irregularities, so that the irregularities got filled totally, so other irregularities not allowing to interlock, so that you will observe a smooth surface by using the lubricants. Lubricant means oils. Okay, so next, greases are useful for make the surfaces smoother. Next thing, ball bearings. Even you will use the ball bearings to reduce the friction. So where you will observe ball bearings. For cycle wheel you have ball bearings. Even the spinner also having the ball bearings. Am I right? Have you seen the spinner? The spinner also having ball bearings. Still, where you will observe the ball bearings? Wheelchair. The wheelchair also having ball bearings. So many, even fans having, every motor vehicle having ball bearings. If these ball bearings are got spoiled, what will happen in the vehicles or in the machineries? What happens to if increases the friction? When increases the friction, what happens? The wear and tear takes place. Due to the wear and tear, the machineries got spoiled or got damaged. So because of friction, so to avoid that, we'll use ball bearings in the machineries. Okay, now. So this is the increasing friction, decreasing friction methods in our daily life. Note types of frictions. Let's take types of friction. Types of friction. First one is static friction. First one is static friction. Next one is kinetic friction. Next one is what? Kinetic friction. So first one is what? Static friction. Next one is what? Kinetic friction. One more friction also there, that is rolling friction. Let's talk about first static and kinetic friction. Static friction means friction. It is a friction type. It is a friction. Act on bodies, act on objects which are at rest position. Rest position. Excuse me. Understand? Friction is a types of friction. First one is what? Static friction. What is meant by static friction? What is mean by static friction? What is mean by static friction? Yeah, what is the mean by static friction? Look at here. Static friction also, it is a friction, it will act on where? Acting on objects which are at rest position. Okay? When you will have this friction acting on the bodies, the friction is acting on the bodies when they are at rest position. Means that they are trying to move but unable to move. They are trying to move, but when they are trying to move, they are not going to displacement. In that case, this friction type will act. Next, same way, what is this kinetic friction? Kinetic friction means it is also one kind of friction acting on the bodies when they are at in motion. When they are in motion. So write down. It is also one type. It is also friction act on bodies, act on objects when they are in motion. Simply. Okay? Kinetic friction means it is also friction type. When they are in motion, you will observe kinetic friction. When they are in rest, you will observe static friction. This is static friction, this is kinetic friction. The general formula for static friction, you know, general formula for friction is what? Small f is equal to what? Small f is equal to mu into n. This is the general formula of friction. In the same friction equation, if you apply the static friction, F static is equal to mu static into n. This is the formula for what? Static friction. Same way, what is the kinetic friction formula? General formula for kinetic friction, Fk is equal to mu k into n. Here, Fs stands for static friction, mu s is called coefficient of static friction. In this case, Fk stands for kinetic friction and mu k stands for what? Coefficient of kinetic friction. Better note down. Next, let's see some situations here. Fk is equal to what? Kinetic friction. Mu k is what? Coefficient of kinetic friction. And Fs is equal to what? Static friction. This mu s is called coefficient of static friction. So let's take one example here. So now this is an object. This object having mass m, and here this object is on a rough surface. When this object is on the rough surface, here it will have some friction. It will have some friction value. The friction value is, let us take 10 Newton. The friction provided by the surface is how much? 10 Newtons. Now, friction provided by the surface, maximum friction provided by the surface is 10 Newtons, but I have applied on this mass 1 Newton. When I apply the mass 1 Newton, is the object will slide on the surface?
No, sir.
Why? If you apply 1 Newton force on the body, will the object will slide? Huh? I mean, I'm asking the question, tell me the answer. When you apply the 1 Newton force, is this body will move or not? It can't move. Why it can't move? Because this applied force is less than the maximum value of force. Maximum value, how can it can apply the surface? 10 Newton. But we are applied 1 Newton. When you are applied 1 Newton, why it is not sliding? Because this surface is adjusted to the value of friction as 1 Newton. When 1 Newton is acting this direction, okay, applied force 1 Newton acting this direction, this net force become how much? 0. When net force 0, is the object move?
No, sir.
No. So that what happened? The object is remains at rest position. Now, what is the type of friction it is acting here? Static or kinetic? Static or kinetic? At rest means static or kinetic. So here friction type is what? Static friction. Now next, now same body I applied 2 newtons. When I apply the 2 newtons, in that case, is it move? Is it slide?
Yes.
Yes. What is the maximum friction value?
8 newtons.
Yeah, the friction value is 10 newtons. But you applied how much?
2 newtons.
Applied force is 2 newtons. The applied force is less than the maximum value of friction since the object is at rest position. But before case, what is the, how much is the value it is adjusted? Before case it is adjusted to 1 Newton. Now when 2 newtons is acting, it is adjusted to how many newtons? Again 2 newtons. So that the object is at rest position. In this direction 2 Newton is acting, in this direction 2 Newton acting, both are gets cancelled, the object remains will be the same position. Since in this case the friction is acting how much? 2 Newton. Even though maximum value is 10, but it is adjusted to how much value? 2 newtons.
10 newtons.
2 newtons. Now for example here, I applied 5 newtons. When I applied 5 newtons, will the move body? Body will move? No, it not move because again here it is adjusted to, sorry, when you applied here, this is the body, friction force is 10 Newton, now you have applied 5 newtons. When applied the 5 newtons, what going to be happen here? In this direction friction is adjusted to 5 newtons, applied force 5 newtons, friction force is 5 newtons. That way the two gets cancelled, the body is remains at rest. In this situation, is this type of friction is static or kinetic?
Static.
Static. So every time the friction is adjusting initially when 1 Newton acting, here friction also adjusted to 1 Newton, here 2 Newton acting, friction also adjusted to 2 newtons, 5 Newton is acting, friction acting, 5 Newton. Or suppose here 9 newtons I applied, when friction also adjusted to how many newtons? 9 newtons. Now here I applied 11 newtons, then how much is the friction here?
It will move.
How much is the friction is act here? It is act here 10 Newton only. It can't adjusted further. Why it can't adjusted further? Maximum value is provided by the surface is
That is 10 newtons.
maximum value of friction provided by the surface is how much? 10. So it will adjust it to up to 10 newtons. Further it can't adjust. Now when you apply 11 newtons force, will the body will slide or not? Even though the body slides, the some force of friction is act. That force of friction is called kinetic friction. When kinetic friction exists between the bodies, when the objects are sliding, the kinetic friction existed. So this is the way we can define the types of friction. One is static friction, one is kinetic friction. Observe that static friction also called self-adjusting friction because the static friction adjusted to the objects up to the maximum level of the friction. The maximum level of the friction also called limiting friction. Better write down limiting friction, one more point. Limiting friction. What is this limiting friction? Limiting friction means the maximum value of static friction is called limiting friction. Better write down. The maximum value of static friction is called what? Limiting friction. The maximum value of static friction is called limiting friction. Now, if the friction is more, the applied force is more than the limiting friction, what going to be happen? The body will slide. When the body slides, what is the type of friction acting on the bodies? No, when the bodies are sliding, what kind of friction? sliding friction or kinetic friction. Understand? Next, one more type of friction we have, that is, what is that friction type? Rolling. When you will observe this rolling friction, so you observe the rolling friction when the objects are when the objects are rolls on the surfaces. You will observe the rolling friction when the objects are rolls on the bodies. So here this is also having the formula, general formula. The rolling friction is equal to mu r into N. This is general formula for what kind of friction? What kind of friction? Rolling friction. Now, yeah, let's see all the friction once again. So first one is, what is the first one? Static friction. Formula for static friction is Fs is equal to mu s into N. Second one is what? Kinetic friction. Kinetic friction formula is what? Mu k into N. Then rolling friction Fr is equal to mu r into N. So here maximum value of static friction what? Maximum value of static friction is what? Limiting friction Fl is equal to mu s into N. So this is how the formulas for friction. Now by using this we can write the relation between the friction. Static friction is greater than, kinetic friction is greater than rolling friction. Understand? What is the relation between the frictions here? Static friction is greater than static friction is greater than, kinetic friction is greater than rolling friction. With that, even you can write the relation between the coefficient of friction. Those are mu s is greater than, mu k is greater than mu r. So this is the way also we can write the relation between the frictions and the coefficient of frictions. Better I do? Yeah, so this is your relations. Tomorrow I'll stop the session and in the next class we'll discuss about this still types of friction and some problems also. Okay, so even we'll do some problems. Understand? So I'll stop the session. Bye. Yeah, tomorrow we'll continue. Next class will continue. Okay?
Can you show the screen?
Okay, I'll show it. You did not write this. So the thing is what? Static friction is more than kinetic friction. Kinetic friction is more than rolling friction. Understand? Even quotient of static friction is greater than, quotient of kinetic friction is greater than quotient of rolling friction. This is a relation between the static friction, frictions and types of friction and quotient of frictions. How many types of friction you observed here till now? How many have we observed? How many we have observed? Static friction, kinetic friction. One more is what? Rolling friction. These are the types of friction. General formulas. What are the general formulas? This is the general formulas for what? This is general formulas for what? Frictions. And this is the relation between the friction types. Clear? So for today, I'll stop the session.